Okay, here's what's happening. I'm not taking back the promise of my first video being the muffins or whatever. I'm just revising it. I'm having issues right now with my monetization application being approved. It's been under review for 3 months. Therefore, I am making no money. So I had decided that I wasn't going to upload anything until my monetization review thingy is approved. And I have been trying to contact YouTube in multiple ways, in a variety of ways. And so far nothing has been successful, so I don't know how this is gonna go, and it's really pissing me off. And so the new improved revised promise here is the first video I will upload after my application is approved will be the next muffins. Until then, there are low volume videos that I've wanted to upload. So there's going to be some videos. They're just not going to be the ones that I would expect to make a lot of money. The second update is that I finally caved and I made a Twitter account. And the reason I've done this is because I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen with my DeviantArt account, and not only that, but it seems that, I guess Twitter allows not safe for work pictures? I don't know, I have to figure that out, but I'm gonna, try posting my art there, and etc., and, updates and senseless complaining. You know me. I really hate it. I've juggled the idea for a few months now. Thought long and hard about it, and, it's just... The site annoys me. I'm just gonna say that. It's like... It says things like, you might like, and then it says, that's not so bad, but trends for you, I can't turn those off, and then if I go home, it has a bunch of people that it suggests I follow, and I'm just like, no, and just like, I don't know what lists are, and, oh god, this is so stupid, I hate social media, but, it's just one of those things that, I don't know, whatever, because at the moment, I know that not everybody who's subscribed to me, sees the updates in my community section, so this is really the only way you guys will currently see things like updates and such. On the upside, I have been losing weight. By the 1st of January, and before then, I was 160. Then by the end of January, I was down to 153.6. And then at the beginning of February, since Michael was on vacation, we went to Cheesecake Factory, which is tradition for us for Valentine's Day. And that set me up back to 156. But last time I checked, I was about 155.4. But the best news is that in combination with me losing weight and strengthening my legs by exercising on a stationary bike every day, I can walk. I can walk. I can walk! I can walk! I can walk. I can walk without being in constant agony, and my shins don't feel like breaking anymore. Now, I still do have a torn tendon in my right ankle from when I was 14. That was like 16 years ago, if I could do my math, which I might not be able, I'm not probably not doing my math, but something like that, 15 or 16 years ago. And, you know, so that I'm hoping that when Michael and I finally get married, I know I wanted to get married last year, but it just didn't happen that way, and I argued with him about it, but, you know, once I get on his insurance, we're gonna look into seeing if maybe it's still possible to get surgery. So maybe I'll be not just walking, but like walking, because my ankle doesn't hurt anymore, and I can wear heels again, and when I get all skinny and hot, then I can, you know, wear anything and I'll be hot again, you know? So, depression's a bitch. For those of you who have gained weight because of depression, and you know, I'm a victim to a glorious sweet tooth, and I love baking, and I love sweets and stuff, and I blew up. So, you know how it feels, but I don't know if some of you are, you know, heavy enough to be in pure agony when you walk. There's a lot of people who are a lot bigger than me and can walk just fine. And I'm like, that's not fair, but I guess that's what I get for living a pretty much sedentary life for 4 years in, you know, straight. But, yeah, no, it's just, you know, life sucks, everybody's a bitch, and I hate everything. But at least I can walk now. I was able to walk, all the way downtown without my shin splints, without my shins hurting. That's amazing. It doesn't seem like a big feat, but it's amazing. I have not been able to walk for 2 years. I don't know about the 2 years before that because I don't remember stuff ever. But I can walk. Not only that, but I also have an outdoor bike. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be riding that outside for a half an hour. It's been so long since I've ridden a bike. I think the last time I rode a bike was when I was 10. So I kind of do have to retrain myself how to ride it. It's not that you completely forget how to ride a bike. It's that you sort of forget how to balance, and I'm very wobbly and nervous. So I'm just going to be riding around the parking lot. Eventually, I hope to do some immersion therapy and go out biking by myself, but that's not something I'm going to rush into. And then, since January, I've been biking on a stationary bike for half an hour each day, except for when I'm crampy from period, and, 5 days out of the week I would bike. I allow myself 2 days off, and then I do intermittent fasting on Mondays and Tuesdays, where I don't eat except for my apple a day and a Slim Fast shake at the very end of the night. Now, I know that breaks the fast, but that is to make sure that the apple helps with my digestive system, and the Slim Fast shake makes sure that I get some nutrition in the day. So I know other people can fast without needing that, but I'm a vegetarian and don't get a lot of things that I need anyway. So, and I've been using a site called MyFitnessPal to record my exercise and record my calories, make sure that I'm under 1,200 every day. And February has been hard because everybody kept wanting to go out, and I wanted to go out, so I'm surprised I haven't made it back to 160, but I am definitely okay with the fact that I didn't make it back to 160. Unfortunately, I had to give up my Arizona tea. I would drink a 24-ounce can of Arizona tea, green tea with honey and ginseng, almost every single day for the past 2 years. And I know that's a lot of sugar, and I was thinking maybe I can do this with, you know, the tea being my only thing, and it turns out that slowed down everything, because sugar is the thing that makes you fat. So, unfortunately, that's going to have to be a treat. And my treat days are every other Wednesday. Unless I go out that week, then I can't have the treat day. I have all these sorts of rules. In fact, let me just, you know what? Hang on. Okay, so I'm gonna read you my 2020 guide to a better me. Some of these things I'm currently not doing, and I'll explain them. So for my skin picking, don't look at my face close to the mirror. I do sometimes do that, but if it's not for makeup. Tweezers are for brows and nose only. I did have to move my tweezers into the closet out of the bathroom because I was still having trouble with picking at my, pubic area and creating large holes and, going past all the layers of skin into the fat. So yeah, that was great. Had to move some tools. Stick to my facial regimen, which I actually have not been doing as religiously as I want to, and that's because I'm the laziest person I know, and I really need to learn how to not be lazy. Clay mask once a week, which I'm going to do today. For those of you who suffer from depression, you know that hygiene is difficult to keep up because you just don't feel like it. So I used to bathe like once or twice a week. Instead, I've changed it to bathe every 2 days. And I have an alarm that goes off because I rarely remember what day it is. Oh, kitty. We're indefinitely cat sitting, so we have a cat. Her name is Baby Girl. More on that later. Kitty. So my alarm that tells me to do my exercise bike, otherwise I lose track of time. It'll also say whether or not it's a bath day, whether or not it's a clay mask day, etc. If I notice I'm picking somewhere, put gloves on or tape on my fingertips. Hydroseal band-aids on scabs. Now, I've actually been doing really, really well with the skin picking on my face, and ever since I got, moved the tools out of the bathroom, on my pubic area too. So I'm healing. Small, tiny relapses every now and then, but my face is looking so much better. And Mom actually visited us yesterday, and she said I hadn't seen her for 4 years. The last time I saw her was when we went to Missouri to visit her. And she noticed the difference, and she said, your skin looks really amazing. So that really helped. So for the hair pulling, if I notice I'm pulling, put on hat or wig. If at night, put on hat. Take care of hair better. Again, tweezers only for brows and nose. So I hadn't been doing so great on this, and I'm still not quite there. I'm using conditioner in my hair, even though it keeps my hair greasy. But since I am bathing more often, it's not so bad. I've been taking something called NAC, which is abbreviation for acetylcysteine, something like that. And there's a couple of benefits to it. It's said to help sort of with the obsessiveness of pulling hair, and a lot of people on r/trichotillomania have said that it's been helping them, and apparently it helps with bipolar disorder in some way too. I would have to look it up again, I forgot. But basically, it has been helping me. It's been helping me reduce the urge. I did have a stress relapse, but my hair is looking a lot better. Right now it's not too long. It's sort of in a pixie cut type thing. It's not like a uniform cut. It's not very attractive, but when it gets longer, then I can, cut it to an attractive cut. Okay, so here's for the weight. I have goal points. Once I reach 150 pounds, I will increase my bike resistance, which right now it is on 6. It goes up to 8. I thought it goes up to 10, but it does not. Once I reach 140 pounds, increase bike resistance and lean forward on the bike instead of sitting back. 130 pounds, I increase bike resistance for last time and start walking, which now that I can walk, we're going to do that sooner. And once I hit 120, I still do all of that and add sit-ups to my exercise regimen. And once I hit my goal, 110, I just increase the sit-ups. And the outdoor bike is not included in any of these goals because I'm basically gonna start right away. For diet, as little sugar as possible. Everything has sugar. This was so stupid. I went on r/ask Reddit and I asked, sugar addicts, how did you break, the habit, the addiction, because it's proven to be more addictive than cocaine. And somebody said, I grew up. As if when I said sugar, I meant just cake and candy, which is a big yes for me. But it's like, oh, you grew up, huh? So you don't eat yogurt, you don't have honey, you don't drink milk, you don't, all of this stuff. You don't eat any of them anymore? Okay. How do you manage that? Because sugar's in everything, especially in America. America, fuck no. And then only drink tea or water. And when I say tea, I mean unsweetened tea. I've been drinking mostly green tea because it has only a little bit of caffeine and I can't have caffeine. And I've started drinking peppermint tea. It also helps curb appetite for weight loss, and it's relaxing, relieves headache and nausea and stuff. And I've also kind of been mixing the two, so it actually tastes pretty good. And it's helpful when it's ice cold too, because they say that if you drink green tea while you're exercising, it works better to burn the fat. It's no miracle worker. Note that. Only desserts that I can bake are fruit desserts, but fruit does have sugar in it. And I've realized that desserts containing just berries are a little too tart. Strawberries, miraculously, I have found out, thank you, that's the word I was looking for, I don't know why I said thank you. I found out that are not just low in calories, but low in sugar. And strawberries are my favorite fruit, but you can't really make a dessert with them, and, blueberries and raspberries, unless you add the sugar, because they are very, very tart. However, mangoes, I just found out I like papaya, fruits with that natural sweetness, bananas. I haven't been doing much baking lately, but those will probably be the fruits that I lean on. And avocado, obviously. Oh, I love avocado. Eat more vegetables, which hasn't been going too well, only because I haven't been able to walk with Michael to the grocery store to get the vegetables that I like, but I can walk now and I have a bike, so 1,200 calories a day, and homemade snacks, which I have not been doing that because I have not really been snacking. Sometimes I'll grab a pickle because they are low in calories, high in sodium, but low in calories. Fun fact, if a food is 5 calories or less than 5 calories, they can legally say it's 0 calories, but if you can chew it, it's not 0 calories. So they say pickles have 0 calories, same with mustard, but it doesn't. But they are very, very low. So I have cheats and exceptions. Every other Wednesday, I can have one treat, food or drink. So, I can have a soda, I can have a candy bar, I can have, a cupcake, something like that, just one thing. I cannot have both a drink and a candy bar, stuff like that. And I call it treat day instead of cheat day because you should be allowed to have a treat for doing such a good job. And when I get down closer to my goal, I will be able to have a treat day every other Wednesday while still maintaining my weight. And once I hit my goal, I can have more treats as long as I stay under the 1,200 calorie mark, which I can do easily if I'm just fluctuating between 110 and 120. If I go past 120, then that's when I know that I need to, get back down. Can drink soda and eat dessert when going out or for special occasions or for very, very bad days. Pizza Hut or delivery pizza once a year, which is usually for Christmas. We have a Pizza Hut pizza for Christmas dinner, or should I say Pizza and Presents Day. 3 days of sweets for period. I have Michael get me either 2 bars of dark chocolate Hershey's or 1 king-size dark chocolate Hershey's, but I can stand up to 80% dark cacao, and I recently found out that it is actually very beneficial to you. So I can eat basically 1 ounce of 80% cacao every couple days if I want to, but for period, I'll probably mow that damn thing. So that's for increasing endorphins, and it makes you happier when you're on your period. So I don't exercise while crampy or sick, which is 2 to 3 days of cramps. No treat day if special occasion happens that week. And then for self-esteem, get dressed and do makeup every day unless sick. Now, I have not been doing that currently because I am still too fat to fit in most of my clothes. So when I start being able to fit in my clothes again, I'll get dressed every day. Until then, I'm stuck in my pajamas. And I have not been doing my makeup every day because I still have not very many eyelashes, and I've noticed that when I was doing my makeup every day, that it was very easy to get eyeshadow dust into my eyes, and it bothered my eyes. So with the attempt to grow my eyelashes back, that's not really going to be a thing, but that hasn't decreased my self-esteem so far. So paint nails regularly. I actually keep forgetting to do that. Brush teeth twice a day. Again, the hygiene thing is hard to maintain when you're depressed. Keep private area groomed. I know that's TMI, but you guys know that I don't really hide anything. Shave legs once a week. Deodorant every day. I know if you guys have depression, you know what I'm talking about, and those of you who don't know what I'm talking about are like, ew, but that's just how it is. Keep desk clean, which I have been failing miserably at. Don't eat until full, eat until satiated. I've been doing a great job with that. Show face on videos, and that's when, I lose more weight, actually. Be obsessed with my regimen. I've not been obsessed enough with the beauty regimen. I've been very good with the diet. Get new glasses. I can't do that until I'm on Michael's insurance. Accept compliments confidently. Instead of rolling my eyes at compliments, I need to try and take them. My fear is the fact that so many people have attempted to call me self-absorbed, vain, feeling like I'm special or better than everybody else. So for the past 10 years or so, I've been punishing myself every time I felt good about myself. Pretend that I am my Reitanna character, because my Reitanna character is a better version of me. Perfect Reitanna is a character that is me if I were perfect, which I'm not. And then I also have 3 pictures taped above my computer on my wall of 3 beautiful skinny women wearing different kinds of, clubwear and lingerie, and it says, "You will be this, and this, and this." So those are my motivations. I will fit in everything. You hear me? I will be able to wear anything. And then get and use bike, which I have, get ankle surgery eventually, safely stop period, which I cannot talk to a doctor about until I'm on insurance, work on going out alone, that's going to be a slow thing, pierce belly button when tummy is flat, get first tattoo, get new Visa, sorry, because we have been neglecting that, but I cannot do that until I get my ID, which we have also been neglecting, but hopefully this coming Wednesday we will be able to get to the DMV. Do crafts regularly. I've been getting into resin stuff, get back on Etsy and Spreadshirt, and make a friend in person. That's the tough one. See, Michael can make friends at work, and he has made a couple friends. He made a friend that he goes out with regularly, and I've met him and I go out with them sometimes. And also there's a girl named Sam who doesn't work at the same Walgreens anymore, and she's not like super close to me so that I can go out with her alone, but it's really hard when you have social anxiety to make friends, especially when you do not leave the house, and especially when you don't leave the house alone. I'm gonna try and work on that. Mainly, the promise to myself is to try my hardest, because if I tell myself, the only thing I have is you are going to lose 50 pounds by the end of this December. That's the thing that has to happen. Same with my skin and same with my hair, things like that. But the going out, trying to be more social, etc., those are going to be try your hardest. So, yeah. That's my thing. And then the cat, baby girl. She's a tabby. She is super docile. And she is so sweet and just so perfect for this family. She's 3 years old, so she's potty trained, she's spayed, she's had all her shots. But she's still a young adult, so it's not like she's having, hip problems, etc. She has made friends with Jerry, who is also 3 years old. But 3 years old rat is older than 3 years old cat. So, and Jerry's doing great. He was having, bad diarrhea, and he's having trouble cleaning himself because of hind leg degeneration. But we took him to the vet, and they put him on some antibiotics, and now we, give him high fiber fruits. I was giving him fruit anyway, but we do it regularly now. And he's also on not probiotic. Like, what? The word. Maybe it is probiotics. I don't know. We have him on something once a week that helps, and his poop, is looking a lot better. I know that sounds weird to say, but it's one of those things where if your poop doesn't look good, there's a problem. And, Jerry, we love Jerry, and we want to keep him as healthy as possible. Now, he is over 3 years old, a little tiny bit over 3 years old. Tommy, passed away at 2.5 years with, 2 very large tumors, and a urinary tract infection. But Jerry, he's got no tumors. He's perfectly healthy except for the hind leg degeneration. So he's doing wonderful, and I think he might make it to the big 4. So, and he's very happy despite being a lone rat. But I've had experience with different species interacting with each other because Aaron was an animal hoarder, and I had to take care of all of them. I was like 13, 12, 13, and 14 when I had to take care of her animals that she kept buying, except for the snake. So I know what it's like when animals don't get along. Obviously, when I used to have hamsters and rats, our cats wanted to eat them. However, they befriended our rabbit, which was a daytime free roam rabbit. We would only put him in his cage during the night, and he was semi-potty trained, so we left his cage open during the day, and he'd go in there, but, sometimes there were rabbit poops around that we had to vacuum up. Not a big deal. They'd come out basically dry. So we had 3 cats who made friends with the rabbit. With baby girl, I held Jerry in a blanket very securely to make sure he didn't scratch at her. Let them sniff each other a little bit because she was watching him in his cage and she was intrigued. But for those of you who own cats, when they see something they want to hunt, they make this weird sound. She didn't do that. And she didn't try to climb the cage. She didn't meow at him, just watched him. So we introduced them. We let them sniff each other. Jerry did not nip. He sort of opened his mouth really slowly, like he wanted to kind of mouth her, but he didn't bite. And she didn't bite him. She didn't scratch him. She just kind of sniffed him. So we allowed her on the bed during Jerry time, and she'd watch him. And eventually she slowly came up to him and just looked at him closely, and then, and I'll post a video, and then she started grooming him like a little kitten, and now she just adores him. And no, it wasn't tasting the rat. She adores him. He is a little iffy. He still has a problem with kind of nipping at her, not hard. And he has very sharp claws, so he wants to crawl on her, but it hurts her, so we do supervise them. We're not going to leave them alone. I would never do that, no matter how friendly they were to each other. And right now she's under my desk. Hi, baby girl. And the first 2 nights she kept us up because she kept wanting to get on tables and desks, and she was sleeping on Michael's head. She'd wake me up, but after the first 2 days, we've had her for about 4 or 5 days now. After the first 2 days, she started getting used to the fact that we sleep at night. So she's been sleeping at the end of the bed, meowing a little less. She seems to hate closed doors. So, and we don't know how long we're going to have her. But there is a possibility that we will end up being able to keep her, which is fine because she's just absolutely perfect for this family. She fits in so well. And she's not, overly spastastic. She's a young adult, so she's still in that, I'll play a little bit, but I'm not going to, attack everything. So, kittens are adorable, but they're a pain in the ass to potty train and stuff like that, so we've managed to possibly adopt a cat without having to go through the baby phase. I'm stretching. What else is there? I know this is kind of long, but it's an update video, so I have not been working on my Doki Doki Literature Club mod for reasons that I'd rather not explain right now. I have not been working on my SCP mod because the person who was helping me with my models has an incredibly busy life, and I haven't really heard from him. So, it's just some projects are gonna be left on hold. And while I was working on some of my muffins, my Audacity program liked to crash on me more often than it ever has before, and it just stops responding, and I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. I updated to the latest version, and so I basically, while I'm editing the audio, it basically tells me, okay, you're gonna stop now. So instead of editing it hours at a time, I can only do an hour or 2, and then it kicks me off, and I'm like, Great. But that's okay, because I'm not working on it until I get my monetization back. Because YouTube, you suck! Also, if you've watched this far, if you know about, how decent I am at voice acting, you can hire me on Fiverr, for any voice work you want. I think my rates are reasonable. I haven't started selling things on Etsy again yet. I've got to make things first. I am interested in selling a lot of my beads, and I'm probably going to sell those at decently low prices just because I want to get rid of them. So yeah, for Patreon, I have people donating to me. There's not, a big thing. I mean, like I said, I can't stress with rewards. I'm just a mess. I'm always gonna be a mess, but I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. Not just projects, but myself. Trying to get my self-esteem, trying to uncondition myself to believe that I'm not allowed to have self-esteem because of how many people seem to think that I think that I'm the best thing since sliced bread. And apparently, I think I'm better than all of you. Yes, not some of you. All of you. And I'm so pretty and perfect and everybody should worship me. People actually think that, and they keep thinking that, and I'm just like, I am the furthest thing from a narcissist. I've been diagnosed with dangerously low self-esteem, and the only symptom of narcissism that I show is the feeling of entitlement, and that comes from not anything psychologic, except for when I'm off my medication. My bipolar disorder will do things like that, but mainly from my environment and the fact that I grew up poor and etc. You guys know. I have been working on that for a few years now. Basically trying to catch myself when I'm acting entitled, and trying to be way more generous, I guess, and not when I ask for things, not to sound like I'm demanding them, but more like, you can, if it's okay with you, maybe you can. If not, that's okay. I just want an answer, basically. I really hate when I ask somebody a question and they completely ignore me. Instead of, it's okay. Just say no. Just say, sorry. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to be that person like on r/choosing beggars who are going to be like, hey, can you draw this for me? And, blah, blah, blah. Maybe haggle the price a little bit because I don't have a lot of money. That's true. But I'm not going to be that person who, when they say, sorry, no, I can't do that, I'm not going to be like, well, your art sucks. I didn't want it anyway. I have been told no by a couple of people for certain things, and, that's reasonable. But you never know, some people are generous, and when people say no to me, and they've always been nice, they've never been like, are you retarded? I've said, thanks for responding, and in some cases I said, I'll keep you in mind. Just in case I do have the funds to commission them or something. So yeah. I don't know. I still have the speech and social development problems that cause me to get a lot of heat from people on the internet because I can't communicate well and they read my text in a different way, and it's a goddamn nightmare, and only people who know me understand how I speak, but it's so much easier to speak in person, even though, I've had a past of saying the wrong thing and not realizing that it sounded wrong in the past. But, it's so hard over the internet, so hard through text, and it gets me banned from things. It got me banned from r/DDLC mods. And the thing is, and that's one of the reasons why I haven't been working on my mod, is because I need help and I don't have any help. The thing is I did do something wrong. I did get snappy and insulting with somebody who, to be fair, was being snappy and insulting toward the maker of a mod. And it felt personal because I've been under that same situation. And so an admin told me to disengage, and I did. And then I was banned. And I have been trying to talk to these people, and it's been a mess. It has been a complete mess. They won't explain why they banned me after I complied with what I was told. They've been insulting. They say that I've been harassing the staff, which I haven't. I've been trying to be as completely civil as possible, and it's to the point where I had to say in my comment, in my message, I am not being hostile, passive-aggressive, uncivil or whatever in any way when I say this. I have to tell people that, and it's really sad, and I hate it, and I'm almost 30 years old. I can't unlearn that. And it's not a, feel sorry for me thing. I don't understand why people always think that when I explain to them why these things happen to me, that I'm looking for pity. I'm only looking for understanding. And I hate it when you're looking for help, and when you're trying to get help, you're trying to get explanations, and you just want clarification, and you get completely ignored. And the same thing sort of happening with me on DA. And I think I'll leave that for a separate video completely. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or something. Until then, this has gone for over 40 minutes. For those of you who listen to all of my stuff, all of my little speaky thingies, to those of you who wait these out, and hear everything that I have to say, thank you. For everybody who came back after, me being hacked, for everybody who's supporting me on taking my time with, projects and stuff, just everybody who's showing me kindness despite every fucking thing that keeps going wrong, and every piece of shit that, that I do, and just, life is hard, and for people who understand that, it's just so relieving. I think after I got hacked, I wanted to just quit YouTube. I did. So much hard work gone. I think I already said this in my previous video, that I wanted to just fucking kill myself because nothing was worth it anymore. But to see so much support after I came back was really helpful, and it made me believe that maybe I can get my channel back up. I know I haven't been working on the playlist so much right now. It's so annoying and tedious, and I can't remember all my playlists, and I've asked you guys to, remind me of playlists that you used to watch. I just haven't, gone to do them, and it's partly because of being busy with other projects, it's partly being forgetful, it's just a bunch of shit, and I know that a lot of you who are under 18 don't understand how much shit adults go through unless you're rich. So, it might be hard for you to understand. Also remember that if you're under 13, you are not allowed on YouTube. Please obey my age warnings. If you are under 18, you are not allowed to listen to my 18 and up content. And if you are under 13, I will report you, and if you state your age that you're under 13, I will report you to YouTube for violating COPPA. This is not just for your safety, but it is for my safety, because if you are watching my content, even though my channel is set to not okay for children, you could cost me tens of thousands of dollars, you stupid little shit. Stop lying about your age. If you are under 13, do you really want me, a middle-class American who struggles as it is, who has a fiance that works 2 jobs, who can't work herself because she's disabled, do you really want me to owe $10,000 or more to the fucking government for your insolence? I don't think you want that. Because, I'm gonna fucking, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably fucking, take your fucking parents to court or something. Just, how hard is it to be honest? This isn't okay for you. This isn't where you should be if you're not supervised. Just obey the fucking law. I mean, God, when I was your age, I never lied about my age, and I was only allowed on the internet under supervision. When I was 13, I still didn't lie about my age. Granted, YouTube didn't come out until I was 15, so, but still, all kids lie about things, and yeah, I've lied about things in the past, but they were never big things, like these kids do. Kids are so dishonest, and it's turning into a rant. I gotta stop. Alright, thanks for listening this far, and etc. If you like any of my content whatsoever, even if you dislike this video, please leave a like, and subscribe, and spread the word of awesome, and become a Reitanna. And I shall see you later, alligators and crocodiles. Goodbye.